Hi, my name is Trent Tucker and welcome to Screen Cap Your Mac. Basically exactly what this video sounds like. Start with a Macintosh, probably a laptop, could be a desktop. If it has a built-in microphone, if it has a screen, anything you can hear in the room on the microphone, anything you can see on your screen can be captured into a video file, which is what we're going to do. What you choose to do with that video file after you captured it is up to you. You could pop it into your favorite editing software. You could upload it to your learning management system. You could move it to a streaming service or YouTube, something like that. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about what to do after the fact. I'm going to talk about how to create the .mov files or the .mp4 files using your mic and your screen on your Mac. So let's start with QuickTime Player, shall we? QuickTime Player, zero cost, built into the operating system. So let's grab QuickTime Player. It'll come up, it'll ask you for movies you want to open. We don't. We want to create a new screen recording, okay? And you can see my voice up here in the little digital VU meters. I'm capturing the internal microphone on my laptop. And we have an option of showing mouse clicks in the recording. So let's do that. So what's going to happen is I'm going to hit start. It'll give me a little message saying, if we click here, it'll record the full screen. Otherwise, we could just record part of the screen. And up here in the menu bar is a little circle. It'll turn with a little black dot in the middle. That's the stop button to stop recording. So let's start recording. There's no red button to indicate that we're recording, just the black button to let us stop. So here is the ideal work from home setup. You've got your coffee and your headphones and your smartphone, your laptop. I'm not sure why you have a camera with film, but you have to have a plant in order to get oxygen. Okay, we're going to stop recording there. Our video pops up. And here's what it looks like when we play that video, 23 seconds of it. There's no red button to indicate that we're recording, just the black button to let us stop. So here is the ideal work from home setup. You've got your coffee and your headphones and your smartphone, your laptop. I'm not sure why you have a camera with film, but you have to have a plant in order to get oxygen. Okay, so that was what it looks like when it's done. And we can close that. It'll ask us to save it as an MOV file, and we can. So let's call this work from home, MOV, and then we could edit it again in your favorite software. Okay, moving right along from the Ultimate Workstation, which this is a fake picture because there are no cables all over the place. Keynote, so Apple's presentation software gives you the ability to do voiceovers and recording. So I have a little Keynote presentation here. Here's my wonderful presentation. What I'm going to do is I'm going to record slideshow. And again, cost is zero. Keynote comes with the Mac. And so let's record slideshow. And what I'm seeing down here is my VU meter again. We can click on the red button to start recording. And I'm seeing the presenter view of the slides. The final video will just be the view of the slides. So let's do that. Counts me in, 3, 2, 1, recording. Hi, my name is Trent Tucker, and I'm here to talk about eggs, the world's most versatile food. Okay, there are lots of ways to cook eggs. You can cook them in boiling water, either in their shell or not in their shell. And you can put them in a frying pan as well. Lots of different ways to cook them. My advice is add some delicious ingredients and make yourself an omelet. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Let's stop it right there. Okay. And we have a scrubber here. Let's escape out of that. And now when I hit play, I can play on the Mac or I can play my recorded slideshow. And what I can do is I can export this as a movie. There we go. So we'll just leave it as the regular, same size it was before. Let's call this eggs. Voiceover M4V. Okay, so an MPEG layer 4 video file. Export that. And away we go. So let's go to Finder and eggs, voiceover M4V. Open that with QuickTime.
Hi, my name is Tucker, and I'm here to talk about eggs, the world's most versatile food. Okay, there are lots of ways to cook eggs.
So you get the idea, right? Once you got that M4V file, you can pop it into your favorite software and do some editing. If you want, back in Keynote, you can save your voiceover for each of the slides, or you can get rid of that and just go back to your slides. Okay, Keynote, that was that. PowerPoint. Now, PowerPoint will let you do voice annotations for your slides, and depending on which version of PowerPoint you have, you can export it as a movie file. Unfortunately, the version I have, 16.16, doesn't let me do that. 16.19 and higher versions will, and older versions like Office 2011 will, but I'm sort of stuck here in the middle, so I'm not going to show you PowerPoint. I'm kind of disappointed it's not universal across all the platforms. That's why I put those little do not enter symbols with PowerPoint. But your mileage may vary depending on which version of PowerPoint you have. O.B.S. O.B.S is free software. O.B.S stands for Open Broadcast Studio. It's usually used by gamers to stream their games to platforms like Twitch. However, lecturers can use this as well. So let's open up O.B.S. And really not much to look at. So we have a scene. Right now it's defaulted to one scene. We're going to add some sources to this. So let's add a video capture device. Some of these names are a little bit confusing, but it'll give you the list of devices here and FaceTime camera. Hi, Trent Tucker here. And we can put this in our video or not. You can take this out. Yes, let's remove that. Let's add a display source, display capture. So we're going to capture our screen. It just shows up here as a 0. And what you're seeing now is a feedback loop. That's why you're getting this infinity of screens. And the other thing we're going to capture is an audio input. So our audio input is going to be the built-in microphone of our laptop. Okay. And you can see down below, we've got the VU meters going right here. And we just hit start recording. And down here is record. Now we can go out to our Keynote presentation, for example. And we can play this on our Mac, talk about eggs. O.B.S is recording it. Go back to O.B.S. And we can stop recording. Okay. And it'll show us our recordings. Where are we? 2020 0402. That's today's date. MP4. Let's open that with a QuickTime Player. And again, here's what it looks like. 22 seconds of it.
Start recording. And down here is record. Now we can go out to our Keynote presentation, for example, and we can play this on our Mac, talk about eggs. O.B.S is recording it.
Okay, so wonderful stuff. And that's sort of O.B.S in a nutshell. Let's go back to the approach. Talked about O.B.S. Next on the agenda is something called Loom. I've never used Loom before. A number of my colleagues use Loom, and so I thought I'd download it and try it. It is freeware, and it shows up here as a little icon. You can choose what you want to record, screen and camera. I'm down here in the bottom, screen only, camera only. Again, full screen, particular window. You can see my microphone VU as it's hopping up and down. Internet speed is very fast. Phew. Okay, so we can start recording. A couple of things that Loom gives you. It'll count you in, of course. It will give you highlighted mouse clicks. If you click over here, it'll give you a little whiteboard feature, so you can click a pen and annotate what you're doing. and you can make those things go away. You can pause your recording partway through and so on and so forth. And when we stop recording, what happens with Loom is it automatically will upload your file to your Loom account online. It will give you an URL. You can copy it and email it to your friends. You can invite people. You can password protect it. I haven't figured out how to download these files into something that's editable, but if you want something that's really quick and dirty to post something up to the interwebs, Loom will do it. I know nothing about is this stuff live on United States servers and subject to Patriot Act and privacy and all that kind of stuff. I know colleagues use it. I'm just giving you a demonstration of free software to record your voice and so on.
It will give you highlighted mouse clicks. If you click over here.
There you go, exciting stuff. Okay, let's go back here. Kaltura Capture. Now this is specific to the university that I work at, Thompson Rivers University. We have a learning management system called Moodle. And let me see if I can find my course. There it is. And if I go into a particular week, I can add something new. So let's just go and add an activity or resource. We can add a Kaltura video resource. Okay, give it a name, and then click Add Media. And Kaltura will pop up a little window. It will ask you, would you like to add a new video? So you can upload an existing video, or you can use something called Kaltura Capture. So Kaltura Capture, little window will pop up. If you've downloaded this before, it's going to ask me to open the application. Otherwise, you can download for Windows, download for Mac. Okay, so I just open the link. And what Kaltura Capture does, there it is firing up, is it'll give me the option of webcam, get rid of that, screen, so it'll capture your whole screen, audio. We can select the audio source, again, built-in microphone, okay, and a little start recording button. Count you in. Down here in the corner, you can minimize that, or you can have it return. It's got a little pencil here. It will give you, sort of little animation notation tools. You can draw arrows and things like that to really point out your content. You can type in text and so on and so forth. And then you stop recording. Yes. Okay, now this will automatically upload it to, in our case, Learning Management System, Moodle. And away you go. You can save that video or delete it. But again, it's a zero-cost solution. And if your institution has Kaltura, it's great. Okay, let's get back over here. Kaltura Capture. So that was all the free software. QuickTime, Keynote, PowerPoint, O.B.S, Loom, and Kaltura. Talk about some paid software. First, I'm going to show you something called iShowU Studios by a company called Shiny White Box, $79 US. And iShowU Studio. Nothing really exciting there. It'll let you, pick an area and start recording and so on. The reason I like it is for a very specific use case. So let's start recording. Counts me in. The use case I use it for is Excel spreadsheets. So this is a messy spreadsheet. Down, down, down equals some product of these cells and those cells, enter, and so on and so forth. Let me stop iShowU. It's going to take me into my recording. There we go. And what I can do is I can select my recording. There we go. And I can edit. I can show the mouse cursor, enable mouse animations, and I can enable key press animations. And that's really important because what it will give me is something that looks like this. So you can see the keystrokes. Okay. It'll even give you the cursor movements, you know, keystroke or up and down arrows. It's great for formulas and things like that, where you're typing stuff in Excel so that students can see what's going on. They can see the mouse, it's got a green circle around it, and things like that. So it's a great package for that. My advice, don't use it if you're going to have any sensitive information like passwords and things like that, because it will capture all of that. Okay, let's, don't save that, but you can save it as a video file and edit it as you want. And then finally, probably my favorite video editing package is Camtasia. $227 Canadian for the educator license, probably money well spent. Camtasia works just as you would expect. So Camtasia 2019 comes up, new project, new recording. Let's do a new recording. What do you want to capture? Your full LCD, a particular region, whatever it might be. Do you want to include FaceTime camera or not? What microphone do you want to use? Well, I'm going to use the built-in microphone. Do you want to capture system audio? Start recording. Counts you in 3, 2, 1. You're a rock star. And away we go. Capturing Camtasia. Stop recording. It brings you into the Camtasia editing suite. And you have a timeline down here with your video, audio. You know, you can edit, cut out different clips, put in all kinds of annotations, transitions between media. You can zoom in on where the cursor is, highlights and magnifies and spotlights. You can change your voice narration. You can do all sorts of audio effects, fading in and out, make clips go fast, slow. You can even do stuff. Where is it? Here you go. So you can do green screen effects. If you've got a chroma key screen behind you, you can edit out the chroma key, the green. So lots and lots, highly versatile, brilliant package. I've been using this for years. Best $227 I ever spent. So there you have everything in a nutshell. We talked about a number of free packages, a couple of paid packages, and again, you have your Macintosh, you have your mic, you have your screen. Grab it and save it as a video file. Thank you very much.